Um,
All right.
Here we are. Let's get this.
2016.
Yeah, 2016. Let's get this thing over with. I got pulled pork sandwiches I need to get to.
Oh, God, that sounds super good. We should talk more about pulled
You
pork
know what?
sandwiches,
I'm
though.
glad
That
everybody
sounds.
tuned in because, thinking that we're going to go ahead and talk about our fantasy football draft. Nope, nope. The whole time it's going to be what is your favorite meal right after a draft. Sean, what are you going to be eating tonight?
I'm going to be eating Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
Dude, that sounds.
So I would say not a great call. It's also really, really warm today, so I'm an idiot.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's not too bad down here in Southern California, but that's okay. We're not here to talk about the weather. We're not here to talk about food. We're here to talk about our fucking teams. And I guess now that we have this draft all set and done and games starting tomorrow, we're ready to get into the fantasy mode. I'm fucking ready.
Yeah, yeah, nothing left to do but just get it kicked off tomorrow, and yeah, pretty fun draft. I thought there were a few surprises along the way, but we can definitely get to those as we go. But I mean, I don't know. Jumping right into the first round, I mean, no major surprises there. Little bastard Derek with that first round pick. I was definitely curious if he was going to pick Antonio Brown because Derek can be known for doing some wild card plays, but he went the smart route and picked
The
Antonio Brown.
smart route. Well, we will see. We will see if these wide receivers are as highly touted that the fantasy experts were throwing out this year. I do think they're going to be good
Yeah,
players, but number one overall is a wideout, followed by another wideout, followed by another wideout. I mean, this was a pretty interesting draft. I have to say, it was just. I mean, even though we are doing the half point PPR this year with the extra running back receiver slot, it does seem like this is now the quarterbacks and wide receivers league. The running backs are just kind of forgotten, which really makes me
yeah.
sad because my first two picks were running backs. So it just makes me feel like I'm not following the trends and I'm going to be left far behind in the dust.
It's kind of tough. I mean, they always say like let the draft come to you, and your strategy can certainly go out the door depending on where you are in the draft. So I mean, definitely heavy on the wide receivers, but that seems to be kind of the way the league is going, even in non PPR leagues. But the fact that ours is that half a point PPR, I mean, definitely makes sense that you see all these wide receivers going early on, and Phil was the first one to pop the running back cherry there, and I was curious who the first running back would be off the board, and Todd Gurley. So not certainly not shocking, but could have been Adrian Peterson, could have been David Johnson,
I kind of did.
but yeah, Todd Gurley.
I kind of did think it was going to be David Johnson, just because that is the flash in the pan running back everybody's kind of toting up right now, and it looks like Joey got his flash in the
Yeah,
pan guy.
good PPR running back to have, that's for sure.
Yeah, what did Joey do with his first couple picks? So he got David Johnson in the first, and then followed it up with
Brandon
Brandon
Marshall.
Marshall, which is yeah, no, that's oh my God, all these fucking wide receivers. Just even looking at the list, like it's ridiculous. So you had what, three wide receivers go until Phil picked Todd Gurley, and then Joey obviously got David Johnson. Then a couple more, AJ and DeAndre, and I was so close to getting Adrian Peterson. Fuck you, Chris. That's all I have to say. If you're listening
Yeah.
to this, God damn it, that would have been really nice to have. But yeah, this was it was an interesting draft. I'm looking at my team right now, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen, or any of the guys out there have ever seen Major League, the baseball movie. But there's like a scene
Yeah.
where there's like a whole bunch of construction guys all sitting around talking, like looking at the paper, looking at the new roster, and I'm them right now. I'm looking at my team, and I'm like, I don't know, these guys don't look too fucking good. This is I think this is going to be a really interesting year for everybody. I feel like this is a lot of new flashy players. A lot of the old time greats are just not really there anymore, and not really performing anymore at all.
Yeah, definitely a lot of younger guys coming up, some new people. I mean, you took Ezekiel Elliott in as your first
God.
pick. I mean, I didn't even know about that guy until, like 2 months ago, and all of a sudden, like, he's consensus, one of the first couple running backs taken in all these drafts that I've been hearing about.
I don't know if it's gonna pan out or not. We'll see how this goes. But I do like John had some great fucking suggestions for a name. And right when I took Ezekiel Elliott, he had one or two. What was the Zeke the Weed Sneak or something like that? I thought that.
yeah, I remember that one.
Thought that was pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that pans out. Tony Romo's down.
Yeah, should be running the ball a good bit, I would imagine, with fucking, what is it, Dak something as their quarterback.
Right. That's right. I have no idea.
So,
Derek would be maybe able to tell us if he was
Dak Prescott. Yeah,
Dak Prescott.
That's who this guy is, but yeah, we'll see. What about Misha taking Gronk in the first round? I guess not super shocking, but I still kind of surprising seeing a tight end go in the first round. But I mean, Gronk is the guy that you would think it would be.
I mean, if it was going to be, and he had the back-to-back picks, and so he backed it up with Allen Robinson, which I thought was pretty nice. I mean, those two guys, if we're in a half-point PPR league, those guys are going to get a lot of attention, a lot of targets.
Very true.
I don't care, if it's Brady throwing to him, or Garoppolo Plopple, or whatever. People are going to be looking Gronk's way, so I don't really have a problem with it. I think Gronk has shown year in and year out that he's a top player, and every time you're facing up against a team, if they have Gronk in their lineup, you're worried about that tight end position. You're like, he could fucking crush me today. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. How do you feel about your pick with DeAndre?
I mean, I wasn't sure, being the 7th pick, what was going to be around. I was thinking maybe I would end up with a running back or something, but when DeAndre Hopkins was still there, I was just like, I could have had Adrian Peterson, could have had Gronk, could have had Allen Robinson, but I mean, especially in PPR, half point, DeAndre is a fucking beast. So
yep.
I'm kind of stoked to have him. I've never had any interactions with him being on any of my teams ever in the past, and definitely he's burned me playing against him in like last season. So kind of stoked to have him.
Yeah, I think you should be. I think he's probably primed for a monster season. So that was your first pick. So who was your second pick? Your second pick was Jordy, wasn't it?
You talk about being wide receiver heavy. I'm pretty sure that my first 4 picks were all wide receivers.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. So like you got DeAndre, who's obviously a good choice. Jordy Nelson could be a sneaky, like he could be number 1. I mean, he's got that kind of potential. So that's really on it. You got.
I mean, like everyone's like all the ESPN people are saying, like Stephania Bell saying that he's looking really good, like fully. Well, what can you say about fully recovered? But like pretty much fully recovered from his injury last year, and I mean he's a fucking beast when he's out there. You got Aaron Rodgers throwing to him.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
Feeling pretty good about that.
No, I would say, I think everybody kind of has sort of strengths. I don't think after looking through everybody's lineup that one person is, very balanced. It seems like that a lot of people are just more or less heavy with, stacked with like one type of position. Like Chris, for instance, Adrian Peterson and Le'Veon Bell on the same fucking team. Like that's stupid. That shouldn't happen. But of course,
Yeah,
Le'Veon
I mean you got to deal with you got to
suspended.
deal with those first four
Well, I think
games.
three, right, for Le'Veon,
Oh, is it
and I
three?
think
Oh,
four
okay,
for
yeah,
Tom Brady, and four for Josh Gordon and all the other
yeah,
flashy guys. But I mean, so Chris has got like his running back situation right now is Adrian Peterson, Le'Veon Bell, and C.J. Anderson. That's
yeah,
that's he's pretty stacked. But then you go over to his wideouts. His top wideout is Sammy Watkins, who I'm not going to say is
yeah, and
he's not a bum.
no
No,
slouch, no slouch at
but
all.
he's not necessarily in the anywhere close to the same category as an Antonio Brown or Odell.
Right,
But then
right.
okay, so you go to the wideout heavies. Like who was wideout heavy? You were pretty wideout heavy.
I'm definitely wide out
Let's
heavy.
see. How
Yeah.
about Joey? Joey's got yeah, I would say he's pretty wideout heavy. He's got Randall Cobb, Brandon Marshall, Keenan Allen. Use those.
Yeah, Jeremy
Yeah, oh,
Macklin.
Jeremy Macklin. Yeah, so Joey is definitely wide out, pretty wide out heavy. He's got David Johnson as far as his back, so that could be a pretty big one. But that's a kind of a guess based off of a few games from last year. And Rashad Jennings, that's kind of
Not a Rashad Jennings fan.
I don't think you are. No, I think you've had him dealt with him in the past before, haven't you?
Yeah, and I'm like, never again, you
You
stupid bastard.
bastard. So that okay, so here's another one. Like so Nick is like a super heavy wideout team. He's got
Super heavy Jacksonville
That's true. He
heavy.
is very heavy on Jacksonville. He's got one, two, three, four players from Jacksonville. That's silly. Uh, but okay, so he's got Odell, Mike Evans, Jarvis Landry, sorry, Kelvin
Kelvin
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Yeah, he's very wide receiver heavy too. I mean, he's got LaShawn McCoy, like him a lot. Arian Foster, not too hot on that. I have a feeling he's gonna deal with some injuries like he typically has been the last
He
few
might go
years.
for a game or two. What? No, 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 no. The ESPN's right now trying to kick me out of the fucking the goddamn draft. Don't be. Oh, you fucking bastard! It kicked me
Oh, you wanted to save those team names?
I did, but oh well, it's gone.
Damn, so many
There
gems.
were a lot of gems in there. I wanted to, but ESPN wouldn't allow that window to be open. Let's see, they're the ESPN controlling our lives again. Here we go.
I thought kind of the first surprise pick, like truly surprise pick that I saw in the draft was the first pick of round 3 when Derek picked Aaron Rodgers. I was definitely surprised to see a QB go that early. When there's so many receivers and you've got PPR out there and bonuses for running backs and receivers, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers can't go wrong.
Well, it is Aaron Rodgers, but who was the next quarterback? Who was the next quarterback taken?
Next quarterback taken, last pick of the third round. Misha picked Cam Newton,
Oh, okay, I see. Oh,
so definitely the top two for sure, right there.
I mean, well, so let me ask you something. Even with a 4-game suspension, do you think Tom Brady will be anywhere close to like an Aaron Rodgers or a Cam Newton as far as fantasy points concerned?
So I really think he's going to be coming out with a vengeance when he does come back. Like he'll be riding off that Deflategate or bullshit suspension, and just be trying to take it out on the world. And I mean, you'll have him down the stretch most likely and into the playoffs and everything, and that's typically when you want to have your juice lineup going there. So definitely, if you can find somebody to fill in those first 4 weeks, I think I'd be pretty stoked to have Tom Brady on my bench. And in my other league, I picked him up. So if he had fallen to me at the right time of the draft, I certainly would have been stoked to pick him up. But I think when did he go? Actually, I'm trying to look that up right now.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to find that out. I can't. I'm not sure. Let's see.
Oh, he went in the 7th round. John Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Dirty John Glasgow. Yeah, I remember he pick up Tom Brady last year like midway through the season, like somebody dropped him and he picked him up,
Ugh.
or was that what is that what happened?
I don't know. I don't know if he picked him up or if I know he had him last
Or if
year.
he was the one that dropped him and like Joey picked him up,
No,
or I don't know,
well,
something along those lines.
well,
I don't
I
know.
do know something specific that you're talking about, and so, but it was not John involved. It was Nick. Nick, I believe, had a quarterback that he dropped like in week 2 or something like that. It was pretty early on into the season, like really, really early.
Oh, wasn't it? It was Cam Newton,
The
right?
quarterback he dropped was Cam Newton, who was picked up by Joey, and Cam Newton was the number 1 quarterback this year. And Joey just happened to, trot along into another championship victory. So before we all go blaming, pointing fingers and blaming ESPN stat corrections and all this other crap, we need to look at the real person to blame. Nicholas Lurch, you fucking asshole. Why on earth would you drop Cam Newton in like that early?
Huge
God
drop.
damn it. And then, of course, all of us are idiots for just like letting him just fly on by and not pick him up because we're only dealing with 5 bench spots and nobody wants to add or drop anybody. God. No, this is I'm glad the fire and the passion is real. It was pretty silly how many text messages were sent today, mostly all from Nick bitching and complaining about Joey's rule settings.
Yeah, nixed that one pretty quickly. No pun intended.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's gonna be a good year, an interesting year. We don't have to wait too long. It's tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow it starts off. You got a pretty good. Well, you got the Super Bowl matchup again tomorrow.
That's right.
Don't you?
Well, that's
Super Bowl replay.
Denver and Carolina. Now, I actually am playing John week 1, and I do have a couple people. Okay, I guess I have Panthers defense playing, no big deal, and I have Funches and Bunches.
Bunches and bunches.
Who probably will be sitting on my bench possibly, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Damn. So
John's got Carolina's kicker, so you guys will have a little action tomorrow.
tiny little bit of action. Yeah, that's not too bad. What about you, Sean? Who are you playing? You are playing Nick week 1.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I'm excited about that.
Oh my god, I'm just looking at his the Wild Weddled appeared. I'm guessing that's a Pokemon Go fucking joke, and now that I'm looking at his profile picture, it's definitely a Pokemon Go joke. God, Nick.
Yeah, where the fuck did that picture come from for his team logo? There's no way that Nick made that.
No, so it's just got to be somewhere, like maybe somewhere out in Baltimore, they're catching wild weddles. Like they pop up on your phone with a little beard.
Nick's probably super deep on some like Baltimore Ravens subreddit that he just frequents for like 6 hours a day, and somebody probably posted
Dude,
that.
along with the fucking space alien subreddits and mermaids oh my god, mermaids. Okay, so we're gonna tell you this story really quickly because Nick is just deserving of it. All right, so Nick came down to San Diego this last weekend to do a few things. He had a live draft he was going to. He also had a bachelor party and went to celebrate Chris's birthday. So he was all over the place.
Pretty low-key
weekend.
Yeah,
definitely. One of the, I think it was the last night that he was here, we were super fucked up. And he was like, okay, I want to watch a scary movie. And going through the list, the movie he put on was Killer Mermaid.
What the fuck? That's a movie?
Oh, you better believe it's a movie, man. I mean, top quality acting, some of the best cinematography I think I've seen in quite some time. This thing was a fucking piece of garbage, but
oh my god, was it on like Comcast?
No, it was on
free on demand.
It was on Netflix. It was one of those fucking
Oh really?
Whatever $50 budget horror movies that they put together. I will say though,
Damn.
to Nick's credit, and he will definitely agree. There was one chick, whoever the poster chick was for the whole movie, dude. She was fucking bomb.com. Man,
Was she a
no, she
mermaid?
wasn't the mermaid. She was one of the dipshit friends that was like running around in, shorts and a fucking crop top for no reason at all, but just to the fact that her legs looked awesome. She had a wonderful ass and good body and everything like that.
And I mean, you need that in a mermaid horror movie. You need
No, you
that.
do need that. The funny part was that there wasn't even a mermaid until like the last like 20 minutes. I mean, it was as much as a joke of a horror movie as you can. But thank you, Nick.
I can't believe you guys made it that long to even know that it took that long for the mermaid
Well, see,
to show
here's the
up.
thing. I turned it off halfway through. Nick obviously fell asleep while we were watching it. So thanks for putting it on and not even making it through. I turned it off, and then the next morning, I'm going to the bathroom or brushing my teeth or something, and I come back out, and Nick is telling Chris all about the awesome movie that they started last night. We got to finish this thing, and so I couldn't even escape it. We had to finish it the next day. Just awful.
Man.
I had to share that with everybody and waste everybody else's time because
No, that's really interesting stuff.
I
Honestly.
think so.
And for everybody listening, all two of you, anytime you see Nick, you should definitely ask him about mermaids and be prepared for an hour of your life to be taken.
If you can get away that lucky with just an hour, of him, he will want to go on for forever, dude. It's like opening Pandora's box. Ask him about mermaids, conspiracy theory, alien shit. Oh, that's Nick's bread and butter, dude. He loves that. But speaking of collaboration and everybody getting together, we're gonna be trying to do this again, kind of for the rest of the season, right? Like at least try to get one
Definitely.
done like every week, I guess.
Yeah, that would definitely be ideal. And yeah, we definitely want to get more people involved. I know we talked about it several times last year and never happened. So everybody just get Skype and let's fucking make it happen. So we want other people to talk with us. We're so lonely.
Oh, we are lonely. I think Sean and I just get so sick of bantering back and forth, and the truth is this isn't any fun without you guys to be here to make fun of everybody else with us. I mean that's really all it is all of us are just making fun of each other and talking shit.
Well, I think so. I was kind of thinking back to last year and like what were the most talked about things that kept coming up last year. Well, it was just me and you, obviously, doing these. I think number one was bashing Joey, rightfully so.
Yep.
I think number two was just mindless chatter that had nothing to do with football or anything related to anything that we should be talking about.
Yeah.
And then I think number 3 and 4 was us talking about our teams a lot. So I would say we could branch out from some of those topics,
possibly,
if we had other people involved.
No, we could talk about all kinds of things. It doesn't have to be football. Well, actually, it probably should be football, but we can branch out. Yeah, but if all we have to do is just get people to download Skype and get little calls together, then yeah, let's do it. I mean, come on, you guys. I know you don't want to just listen to us the whole season. You want to see who else has something to say and make a fool out of themselves in front of everybody on the podcast. So that's going to be cool. And Nick has got a website going that he wants to get on up and have the podcast be on it. So hopefully there'll be like an easy place that we can have everybody come check him out. I think, Sean, are we going to do a YouTube page? Was that one of the things that we wanted to?
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, so we can just share a YouTube page so it's easy to listen to these podcasts, from any device or whatever, and then also have, a rolling list available if you ever feel like, I don't know, a crazy person and want to go back and listen to another week for some freaking psycho reason. But you'll have those options, and yeah, it'd be sweet if Nick has that website up and running. We could just have one-stop shop for any excess, fantasy stuff that you want to get into that's not just on the ESPN
Yeah.
page.
No. And what was I gonna say? Oh, about the theme song. We got to figure out a way to use Chris's theme song. So Chris is our
Yes.
little fucking DJ bud, little music mix master, and came up with a theme song that we could have going on during the podcast. So we got to figure out a way to incorporate that, incorporate everybody else, and yeah. I think it's gonna be a good year, and we don't even have to wait very long to get it started. It all starts tomorrow, and I'm guessing by the time everybody hears this, that's gonna be that day, today. So get your fucking beers ready. Get clear out the wives and the children. It's time to get fucking wild.
Yeah, that's what it is right there. Straight getting wild.
No.
Fantasy football.
Yep, that's that is our motto for this year. Getting wild. That's what we're gonna be doing. So
I love
yeah,
it.
I guess I don't know if there's anything else to say. I think we could go ahead and say goodbye. And do we have an actual like schedule yet? Like as far as we wanted to record these on a specific day every single week, and so that they would be up at any time, or is it just gonna kind of go on the fly?
I have no idea. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
Right.
As they say, we could take this offline.
Yeah, no, I don't want anything offline. No, everything has to be online. Everybody has to be exposed to the stumblings and the mistakes and the mishaps that you and I encounter
I think
this
if
whole
there's
way.
the one thing that we're definitely conveying to everybody, and we don't want to ruin that, is that we definitely come across as if we've spent hours planning this, and everything's going according to plan. So we don't want to hear anybody or have anybody hear us figure things out while we're live on the air, because that's just not what we do.
That's not what we do.
We're super
We are
prepared.
very.
All this is
You know what, Sean? You're
scripted.
right. I'm sorry. I misspoke. I meant to say something else. I did not mean to show all the cards in our hand, but that's okay. But anyway.
But yeah, for today, I don't think any of us have taken a close enough look at even our own teams or anybody else's to know kind of where we feel like we stand, or draft rankings and all that. Although I would say I think I drafted the best team. I mean, it's pretty obvious. But
I'm looking at your team right now, and so you're actually projected. Not that we give much to projections, but you're projected to beat Nick by a nice little margin. I have to say, I don't know if Blake Bortles is going to hold up all season, but man, actually, all these games are actually pretty close. Looking at the projected point totals, I think it's going to be a little while before everybody figures out their teams.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's gonna be good, but I guess everybody's gonna have to tune in next week to find out what we have to say, if we have to say anything.
I think we might have a little something
Maybe,
to say.
possibly. Yeah, we'll see how this weekend goes. But all right, but that's it for us, you guys. Thanks for stopping on by, and Sean, I guess we will catch them all later, huh?
Catch you on the flip side.
Flip side, motherfuckers. Peace.